Hello, Battleborn. We are in the dojo training here with Phoebe and her legendary lore item, which, as you'll see in a second, I don't think anybody has any idea how it works, even when you look at the tooltip. Now, Phoebe has two attacks. Her primary attack is just your regular stab and spear, and jab at people, but the secondary attack, called as True Strike, launches her in the direction that you're currently moving, and does a kind of a wide AoE slash, or if you're moving towards somebody, a pierce, and it has a little bit more range. And there's some other parts of her helix that affect how that's used. But let's go ahead and just look at this thing. We're going to have to get to level 10 to avoid all possible variations to even figure out how this thing works. But what it says is you gain 5% to all damage with each consecutive hit with True Strike. Now, I have no idea if that is if that stack is permanent, if that stack is on per minion. Like, in other words, I hit one minion with a True Strike, and then I hit him again with a True Strike. Would that improve my damage? The problem is these minions just don't have the health pool for us to really go all out and test this. So we're going to do our best to try and figure this out, but no promises, okay? So, again, experience in the dojo is by time. It's not because of any through kills. So we can just delay things, or it doesn't really matter. Let's go through the helix. Well, most of them go through as we step through this. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and go anything that's passively that doesn't affect our like, see this True Strike, it would affect one thing, but then it temporarily deals more damage. We're going to avoid that, so we're not going to do crosscut. And we're also not going to do large damage numbers, because if we have to subsequently hit something, I don't want them to die too quickly. Okay, so we're actually trying to go for a low damage thing. Like, everything low damage. Like, I do not want... I'll have damage reduction, so maybe I can sit there and hit things, but I don't want to do a second attack. I just don't want to have any... Well, who knows? Blade Sweeper might actually be a good thing, but it hits all targets, so again, it's gonna... Who knows if that marks as a consecutive hit. So, you know what? I should probably stop right here and test it out before... because Blade Sweep might actually be an AoE, so because I don't know. I don't know if it's a consecutive hit with True Strike. Does that mean per enemy? Does that mean because if I do that second string and I do an AoE, and that AoE from Blade Sweep hits all the minions, well, does that mean that I get a 5% stack for each minion I hit? Like, who knows? So we're gonna have to stop right here, and we're gonna do some damage, okay, and see what happens. Okay, so I guess we could go ahead and put this on. There's no point in not putting it on. Regular attack, 80. True Strike, 69. Against the same target, 84, and the one next door was 80. And 84, 80, 69, 73. Okay, so I'm getting some larger numbers, right? But now it's dropping back to normal numbers. Okay, it's the same target, right? Let's just go ahead and figure these guys out. Oh, now if I missed... Did anyone see all that? See, I think I was hitting, and every time I hit towards a certain target, when I hit that same minion, I would improving the damage dealt to them. But when I hit a minion next door, or that didn't get the True Strike damage, because it wasn't consecutively hitting them, I think that's the problem. So, let's go and weaken these guys a little bit. 86. Yeah, look at that. So if I miss completely... 75, 109, 109. I think that's what's going on. Now, sometimes it takes a review of the video to see if those numbers are truly hitting, because I just don't know. But I think that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and put Blade Sweep to try and see if the True Strike hits everybody. If it hits everybody, if that improves everybody's applies the 5% on everyone. Okay, so I'll probably do hits on a couple, and I'll know the regular numbers, and then I'll do the sweep that does an AOE on everything. That's fine. Attack speed, it doesn't really matter even. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff. Just get it out of the way. Current damage and shield. No, don't worry about it. And then we'll see if we have damage it. Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't. It has a bigger area. Okay, bigger area. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay, that's fine. All right, we're level 10. So here's where the numbers will actually matter. Okay. So a regular first hit. 84. 73. 134. I think that hit everything. Is that a big number? That was 84 again. Miss? No, it did everything. 110. 175 on the second one. 168 on the other one. See, I think it's the consecutive true strikes to each individual target. I think that's what's going on. So if I pick this guy out, and I just keep putting him with a true strike, and regardless of how long it takes, I just... Now 168 on a hit, and that one's at 84. See what I'm saying? So I believe that's how it goes. That we're not trying to be... See that AoE allows you to hit things for sure. That's not bad. So if you've modified your true strike, anyways, I'm gonna die here probably. Oh well. All right, so I think that's all the testing we really need. I think it's you gain 5% to all damage with each consecutive hit with true strike per target. I think that's what needs to be added, per target. So if you've used True Strike and it misses something, it breaks that chain of damage add. So if you have a large target, or a sentry, or an elite bot, or a thrall, and you're hitting them with True Strike, you're gonna get this damage stack. I don't know how long the fade is. Let's try that. Let's see how long it takes for that to fade up. Well, let's get some health here first while we talk. So, what I'm guessing is that when you have a larger target, the true strikes should stay as a stack on that individual target until they're dead or until you're dead, one of the two. So let's go ahead and test if there's a fall off. Let's see if it will wait 5 seconds, then we'll wait 10 seconds, etc. We'll just try and see if there's a damage fall off, because I want to know if it sticks with them. So if you can hit him a couple times, go heal, come back and hit him again, because that would actually be quite devastating. So we're gonna pick this little dude who's in the tail end. Okay, it's noticeably that I have a few stacks, and he's shooting me. Right, let's catch up. Let's see if we get a regular damage of 80. Yeah, we lost the stacks. We lost the stacks. So there's got to be like a 3-second or 2-second range, because otherwise I should have been doing 168 damage. Okay, so that's how we tested it. So there is a fall off on this, and on those stacks, and that's how you just have to keep track. So maybe 2-3 seconds. So you can't just run off, get a heal, come back. In other words, you can't perpetually stack this on against another Battleborn, and then by the end of the game, since you've always hit them, you're smacking them for 700 damage a pop. That's just not going to happen. So, all right. So that's the Blade Dancer shoes by Phoebe. That's her legendary lore item. If you use her True Strike attack a lot, then that probably would be of value to you. Catch you guys later.